Let's look at Chapter 4, Lesson 8 Extension, Symmetry in Triangles and Quadrilaterals. We need to reflect each figure across the dotted line. You can use a ruler in order to make it more exact. So the first question says, what kind of triangle is formed by the figure and its image? So go ahead and draw its image. You are going to want to measure the small line and the longer line in order to make an accurate triangle. You can use a ruler. Remember, a reflection is the exact shape just flipped over the line. So if I'm looking at this, I know what kind of triangle is formed by the figure and its image. It's an acute one because all of the angles are acute, and it's also an isosceles one because this line and this line are the exact same measurement. Are there other lines of symmetry? So the only line of symmetry is going to be the dashed line. Number 2 says, which angle or angles has the same measure as angle A? How do you know? Well, I know that the angle over here, which I'll call letter B, has the same measurement as angle A. I know that because this is an isosceles triangle. In isosceles triangles, the bottom two angles measure the exact same. Let's move on to number 3. The first thing that we need to do is measure the bottom line and this line in order to make our symmetry lines. So make sure that you have drawn it correctly. What kind of triangle is formed by the figure and its image? Once you've drawn it and measured the sides, you'll be able to figure out what kind of triangle it is. Remember, scalene triangles have 0 sides that measure the same length. Isosceles triangles have 2 sides that measure the same length. And equilateral triangles have 3 lines that measure the same length. You'll then need to draw in the lines of symmetry. Remember, isosceles triangles have 1 line of symmetry. Equilateral triangles have 3 lines of symmetry, and scalene triangles have 0 lines of symmetry. Once you've drawn in the symmetry lines, we need to find out which other angles have the same measure as angle A. How do you know? Remember, scalene triangles will only have 1 angle that has that measurement. None of the angles equal each other. An isosceles triangle will have 2 angles that equal each other. They're the bottom angles. An equilateral triangle will have 3 angles that equal each other. They'll all add up, or they'll all be the same measurement. Once you've figured out what kind of triangle it is, you'll be able to know how many angles have the same measurement as angle A.